pretty shitty, a lot shittier than Detroit. So we left there because there were some assholes back that way. We headed east or west, one of the ways, and then we found a temple full of assholes as well.
Okay.
And there was seemed to be a demon, a demonic temple of
Yeah,
sorts.
that's what I've gathered from what Darius was able to remember.
And we ran into some hobgoblins. Um,
And I
they
hear
ended
that
up
didn't go so well.
no, they ended up killing two of our other party members, and um, they noticed that I was still alive, so they brought me with them um, back on my horse. And then I woke up here.
Mhm. Like, so tell me a little bit about your former party members who so sadly passed. You said it was Doorman
Magnus?
and Magnus.
Yeah.
Tell me about them. Obviously, kind of from Darius, you said something about an elf and a dwarf. Who's who?
Um, Dorman was a half elf,
Elf,
and
but
Magnus was the dwarf. I think he was a half elf. I don't remember.
Sin's motive for lying. He was a full elf.
What?
if you don't actually remember, I think you have a high enough intelligence, you would remember that he was a full elf.
He's an elf.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, I'm like, oh, okay. Did that not create any strife having the elf and a dwarf in the party?
Not really. Harry made fun of him a lot, of course, as Harry does.
Yeah.
And,
does.
but no, other than that, it went pretty well.
That's right, because obviously, I mean,
I was knocked out
that
most of the time that anything was going on, so.
this is true. But so in the previous two towns or that you're within that never had any issues that way, that's because even just in the short time here in his hometown, I've noticed quite a bit of that hatred for anything but human.
Not with other people, but mostly within the party.
Okay.
And the people at the inn that somehow burned down, which we don't. Well, I don't know it burnt down, so.
Yeah, you do.
No,
Do
it burnt
I?
down. Yeah, absolutely.
You were right there.
I
I
mean,
think you're one of the two that noticed.
You heard the explosion, as a matter
well,
of fact.
I heard the explosion. I didn't know it burned down. All I knew was there was an explosion.
The guard captain afterwards, when you guys were heading into the city, Alex
that's
told
right.
you.
But
Feel free
as far
to
as,
say what you
as
like,
far as
but you do know.
Ostrom was aware, I was just walking next to him back with
Yeah,
the guy.
he was with me the whole time.
He doesn't suspect a thing.
Right. Well, I mean,
With non-intelligence, he doesn't care.
that's still average intelligence, dude. That's like me or you now. I'm just saying. So,
It's like
Wow.
Chris now.
Rude.
no, average intelligence is normal. You're not Stephen fucking Hawking. It's okay, right?
I'm not an 18. Go.
Exactly. So you're fine. So, I'm like, oh, the inn you were staying at burned down?
Well, it wasn't one we were staying at because all it was floor mats, and we were going to ask somebody about this Black Hand group, and he attacked
Right.
us, so we killed him. No, we didn't kill him. We tied him up and asked him questions, and then he attacked us again. So he might be dead. He might not be.
God damn it. So we'll do. Do I know anything about the Black Hand? Have I heard of them before?
Roll knowledge local.
Okay. No, that's a big no. Like the Black Hand. Can you tell me anything about? I've never heard of them before.
They're just a gang that are a bunch of assholes as well, as most people are apparently in this world. We don't know much about them. We were just we were supposed to be hired to go get some bitch's stuff back, and that never happened.
Was it because of the fire, or did you not get the information you needed? Because you said you interrogated.
Well, it
Remember?
was a group of 30 people versus us 4, and it was like, smart move not to go that way at all.
Real quick, GM intervention. Who has the magical short sword? Oh, it's in the box. Never
That's
mind.
Renian.
I do.
You do now. Yeah. Okay. Good.
Okay. Oh, so yeah, that's not a very small undertaking at all, from the sounds of it. I can understand. So tell me a little bit about what do you remember from the temple? Obviously, you remember some of the demonic faces or things like that, and the hobgoblins.
There's a few statues. We made it to the hobgoblins, and that's where everything got black.
Yeah.
You would remember
And
bits
what-
and pieces of the fight. Just a real quick intervention here. You would remember the first I think it was 6 rounds before you were knocked unconscious. That being said, you were the first one knocked unconscious. But you would remember.
I thought
Typically
you was the
happy.
last one.
No,
Yeah,
I
typically-
died. I died.
They
You
died.
I
got
died.
one shot. I died the next. I got knocked unconscious the next round, and then Chris got knocked out.
Is that how it went?
Then I got kited.
Yeah.
Yep.
I thought
And
Chris was
also,
the first one to fall.
typically when you're knocked out, there is some
It's because he had the last
retrograde
roll of initiative.
amnesia.
Sure.
And that's
Slightly
what knocked
before.
himself unconscious.
Yeah. No. Absolutely. That's why I'm saying you would remember some of the beginning of it.
Yeah,
Not all of it, but some. Remember, the entry into the place, that sort of
Yeah.
thing. But the actual fight itself would be a bit blurry.
and after.
What no?
Oh.
So
I'll do that right now.
I heard from Darius that the dwarf, and he said Magnus.
Yeah.
Is that right? Was almost cleaved in two by one of Hobgoblin's mighty strikes.
He
how
had his head cut off, or his scalp cut. Top of it.
Was it like a double crit, like something fucking ridiculous? So,
Yeah, it was. He literally took an axe straight into his brow. It actually hit him right in the brow, and it cut about halfway through.
Okay,
It didn't go
yeah,
all the way through, but it.
right. So, how did this doorman? How did he die?
How did he die? He got hit bad, and then fell unconscious, and assumed he bled out. But I wasn't awake when they checked him, so.
Yes. Because you didn't have, I didn't say like a healer in your party.
Well, that's the dwarf who got killed right away.
Very unfortunate. I kind of say, I'm like, again, I'm sorry for your loss. It sounds like you were at least somewhat friends.
A little bit. They're also not human, so.
Yes! Yes!
Harry has rubbed off some.
Oh Jesus. Okay.
I have definitely rubbed off.
What?
Yes.
Yeah,
you have.
inappropriate joke considering the sleight of hand checks made in week 1. Another little,
Check.
as the DM, I kind of try to take a back seat here, but
So this isn't roleplay.
there's no roleplay XXX stream here. We're not high enough on the corporate ladder to be able to have a second stream like that. So.
And then I just asked him, like, so what do you think so far from your dealings of Darius and of Harry?
Well, I've only known Darius for a day or two now. So, I mean, he's a big guy. He can handle his own.
Yeah.
Um,
I've detected a very honest person in him.
yeah, he's not too smart neither.
I can't speak towards his intelligence. I know he has the problems remembering a lot of the events at the temple, it seems. But I do sense that, I mean, whether it's his idea of good or not, he does seem to at least be very honest, almost to a fault.
He has his ups and downs.
Yeah. I'm like, what about Harry?
Harry's all right. As long as they're human that he's talking to.
I
But
have added that.
other than that, that's his only downfall.
Is he someone that you feel you can completely trust?
Yeah. Sometimes. Depends on what it's with, what race.
Right. I kind of figured that as well. But so do I know much about the workings of Cavaliers? Like, are Cavaliers just like it can be any kind of person, or they're usually more like good people?
So, the Cavaliers that you would have met
Yeah.
would generally have been like knights and things like that.
Okay.
So not necessarily good people, but very lawful people. Very,
Yeah.
they're also generally not evil, but they're not bound by the
Right.
same code that you are. They're bound by a
Absolutely.
code to their order or to their higher up.
Mhm.
And you would have that kind of an
Right.
idea.
Right. So I just ask him like, tell me a little bit about like your order.
God damn it.
But yes, you would
We
know
didn't
that
do
they have.
shit with our order yet.
Yeah.
Time to
So
pick.
it's time to make it up, man.
God damn. I don't need. I haven't
Fleshing out all of this backstory. Let's do it.
Chris, you can
On the
just say,
spot, motherfucker, I literally created
I
my
had
whole
to
backstory talking to the
figure out
guy.
what my was because I haven't even used anything with my order yet.
you can just say, I tell him about my order.
Oh, fuck
because-
that.
But no, I didn't even know like the tenants and
Yeah.
things like that's very important to this conversation.
Do not fuck
I
whores.
actually read this
That's it.
thing.
Yeah.
All right, I'll tell you what. We're about 10 minutes past break, anyways. You figure out things about your character that you should already know, and when we come back, we'll finish up this conversation, and we'll get to the interrogation we're all waiting for. Yeah.
Well, I figured he'd already be dead by now, but I was wrong.
It's fine. It's not a big deal. We'll be back in 5.
Sweet.